Hi everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to make a video. I wasn't planning on making this video, but right before I went to bed last night I saw a video and it explained something about an indicator. And I plugged it in real briefly, and I've looked at it with the scenario of doing Forex, futures, and option trading. I used it for both those scenarios. I briefly glanced at using this indicator, and it seems to give you stronger signals than the infinity algo indicator that I talked about a while back. This one is free. You can find it in TradingView, but the signals from what I've seen so far are a lot stronger than the ones from Infinity Algo. So basically how I found this one is I looked up, I was on YouTube and I looked up order blocks, and I was like curious to see what order blocks are. And it led me into finding an indicator, and I plugged this indicator into my charts using my existing formula that I like using. And it works very well. So I do find that with this added indicator, it does improve your results a lot better. And from what I've seen, it gives you better results than Infinity Algo does with their indicators. So what I want to do is kind of walk you through how to set it up with, my old formula with this new indicator added. This new indicator is free. You can just download it, put it in your TradingView. You'll need your 5 and 8 moving average, and you'll need your RSI, and you'll need this indicator. So if you work with all three of these, what I'm going to do is quickly go over Forex, options, and Forex, options, and futures. So we're going to see how well this works for all three of them. We're going to briefly glance at all three of these kinds of ways to make money by reading charts. Okay, first thing I want to talk about with this strategy is, let's look at crypto here. And what basically you want to do is you want to set it up like normal, and you 5 and 8 as the moving average goes. 5 and 8. Okay, we got 5 and 8, and the RSI, and I've covered this in many videos, so I'm not really going to go much into it. What we want to look for next is we want to go to indicators, and we want to look at order blocks. So put a star under that one right there. It's the first one you should see. It's called Order Block Finder. That's what it's called. So you want to go to your indicators, and you want to go to Order Block Finder. That's the one you want to look for. Yeah, it was this one. And I already have it on here. So basically just keep it active, and XRP might not be a bad example, but let's just see real quick. What it does is it prints out the moments of when it's detecting when it's going to be bearish and when it's going to be bullish, and it's pretty accurate on it. So we're going to look at a couple examples here. With what happened with XRP, what it did here is it picked up the signal right before it started going up. And this is the hour. So it picked up the signal right before it went up, and it picks up the signal right before it goes down. So it's pretty accurate on that. So there's not really a lot more. Let's just, if we go into smaller times, let's see. Might get better results here. Okay, so what we can see here is it picks up a bullish pattern. Now, like I said, like I've done in all my videos, make sure you look at your RSI, and make sure the purple line is crossing to get a confirmation. You also get your confirmation with the moving averages and everything I've talked about previously. So make sure you check that first. But the indicators are pretty powerful here because it detected a bull run right here, and from here to here was profit. So anywhere here would be profit. So we're going to look at just a couple here because I got to whiz through a couple charts here. So bullish trend right here, bearish trend. So this would have been a profit right here. It would have been profit on the way up, and it would have been a profit on the way down. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. It seems to be pretty accurate. Bearish, bullish. So if you did this for future trades, you'd be making some pretty good profit here. Bearish, bullish, bullish. Picks up on that. Picks up on this. Picks up on this. Picks up on this little pump down. And picks up on that pump down. So that's really all I'm going to go into with. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. See if this works for Bitcoin. How well it works. Okay, so we see bearish, it picked up on that. Bullish, it picked up on that. Picked up on that little bearish pump. Small, but it picked it up. Now you got to remember, if you're doing the RSI and you're looking at the RSI to see if it's crossing up or down, regardless to what this indicator says, you still need to go with the trend. Don't go against the trend, go with the trend. So in this scenario, we'd see that it's crossed up, so we would go for this one here. We'd go for this one. We probably wouldn't be going for this bearish signal right here because the signals aren't there. The RSI is crossing up here. We see a bullish trend here, and it's all the way up here at the top. So anyway, it works pretty well. Let's just look for a couple more here with crypto. So the RSI is crossing through, and we see the signal of a bullish trend. So this is a good indication that it's going up. Let's do another one. We see the RSI crossing down. We see a bearish trend going down. That's another indication. So okay, that's enough of crypto and using it for futures. Let's use this for options trading. Let's use I'll do my two favorites here. Let's do MicroStrategy. Now this is where you would probably make the most money here. Now, using this strategy, you'll probably make the most if you did options with MicroStrategy. But like I've said in other videos, you have to have a little bit of money before you can do an options contract. Now, I am going to make another video about this, so I'm not going to try and talk about it much. But you could trade MicroStrategy by doing options, or you could trade it by just doing regular day trading. If you're doing regular day trading with this, you only need to focus on the moments where it's going up. So that's all I'm going to say right now. But if I'm going to focus this on the idea that you guys want to do options and see how much we can make here. Let's see. So we see the RSI is pointing up. We see a bullish. Now we're on the 5-minute here. Now, like I said in other videos, I do longer time frames, but I'm just using this for an example here. We see the indication right here that it is a bullish moment, so we ride this out. And this right here in the 5-minute is about $833 in 50 minutes if you did option trade. Now let's just go by the bearish moment here. Ride that one out. There's another $800 in 50 minutes. And then let's just do this one right here. We got uptrend, bearish. Let's ride that one out. And this is $700 in 35 minutes. And let's do a couple more. Get in right here. This is going to be a small one. We ride that one out. $200 in 30 minutes. And let's ride that one. I want to look at the longer time frames. Ride that one out. This one is $900 in 19 hours. So let's real quick look at the hour. Actually, no, we don't want to do the day. Let's do the hour. Okay, let's just go here. Okay, so we see it bullish signal right here. The RSI looks like it's going to cross up. If we rode this out to about here, this is $3,000 supposedly in about 3 days. Because, you know, you make $100 for every dollar that you're right, and this went up 34.75. So we did that math, you know, 34.75 times about 100. Yeah, it's about $3,000, a little over $3,000 right there. This is why I like MicroStrategy. But, you know, the options are expensive, so you do have to save up for that. So, anyway, we go right here, and if we rode this out, this will probably be my last one I'm going to do. But, this is a good one right here, because if you did a week contract, and you rode it from the signal down there at the bottom all the way here to the top, it gives you the signal. The RSI gives you the signal. This would have been $6,000 in 6 days. So I'm going to leave it at there, and let's just look at something like McDonald's, regular stock here. Let's see how well this works for this one. Okay, so we get a signal right here. It looks like an uptrend with the RSI. So we come in here, we ride this out, and this is about $800 in a day and a half. And then it gives you a bearish signal right here. Bearish signal right here. And then if we wrote it down here to the bottom, that would have been $672 in 4 days. So you can see that this works really well for options. It works well for futures. Now let's real quickly just look at this with Forex. Let's look at my 2 favorite ones. We're going to be doing, we'll do the, no, not the wrong one. U.S. against the Japan here. Now this is a good one for, it's good for Forex as well, and finding the signals. So if you did this on the hour, if you got your signal right here, and you rode this out till the bottom here, I don't know how many pips this actually is, but I think it's 2,182x. It's about a 2,182x based off of your lot size. So if you had a dollar lot size, you'd be making $2,182 in 1 day. So I'm going to base this off of $1 lot size to make it easy. We got the bearish signal right here. If we rode that out till here, looking at a 1,942x if you did a dollar lot size. Okay, so we got our bullish here. If we rode this out to here, we got $371 on that move. That was a small one. And we see a bearish signal right here. If we rode that one out, and this one is $382 if you did a dollar lot size. Let's see, even this small one right here where it sees the bullish. If you rode this one out, you're looking at $394. So let's look real quick. One more. Let's do the Australian dollar. And you guys can see how well this works. You can use it for whatever asset you want. The Australian, this might be easier to figure out on the pip side of things. So if we rode this one out, it gives us bullish signal here. We rode this out to the top. This would have been $492 if you did a dollar lot size. Bearish signal right here if you rode this one out to. This would have been $331 in 11 hours. So you can see that this strategy works really, really well. I'm probably not going to be mentioning this indicator again. Future videos when I talk about it. I do recommend this part of the daily strategy, as part of my formula now. You know, it used to be just with the RSI and the 5 and the 8. Now I'm adding this to my formula. You can use all three of these, and you can really find those key moments depending on which you want to do, whether that be futures, options trading, or just trading in general. You'll probably make the most profit from what I've seen if you use this formula and you trade it with MicroStrategy, because you'll probably make the most out of that one, because the price movements on that one are way above a regular options trade, but the contracts are a lot more expensive. And I do have another video about MicroStrategy coming up, but you know, you can trade with any kind of whichever one you want to do and plug this formula into, and it works really well. Anyway, I'm not responsible for any financial issues. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.